All right. Okay, welcome. Good morning or good day, wherever you are, whatever time it is. Okay, thank you for being here. So let's get right to it. If you'd like, you can tuck your thumbs into your fingers, allow your hands to rest on your thighs, and we'll just take a few moments to arrive here together, bringing our awareness to the three treasures, to the body and the alignment of the body. Maybe taking a few moments to just tune in to how your body feels, how the alignment feels, any areas of comfort and spaciousness, or any areas that might feel a little uncomfortable or tight or something. Just noticing that and seeing if you can connect with the aspect of stability in your body and in your alignment. Stability of your structure, stability of the ground beneath you. And as you're settling into your body and the alignment and the shape and the sensations of your body, you can bring more awareness to your breath and the movement of your breath. And if you'd like, you might even lengthen and extend your breath on the inhale so that you can fill up the space of your body. Like we're filling up a balloon, just slowly inhaling, not just only into the chest, but into the arms, into the legs, up to the top of the head, down to the bottom of the feet. Like you're filling up a balloon and maybe holding at the top of that inhale to just feel the fullness. And as you exhale, you can then also feel how the energy of the breath courses through the body. And so in this way, we can be preparing for Jing. And again, just noticing how on the inhalation you can breathe into all of the body, finding all of the spaces, any areas of compression, you can create space there. And again, just like, maybe even like how a plastic bag, as it's filling up with air, like all of the wrinkles get smoothed out, becomes very full, a little taut even. And allowing that sensation to just be felt, and then exhaling, and it's not that we deflate, it's that that energy just courses through, and maybe some of those wrinkles that have been smoothed out, they stay smoothed out. There's a change that happens. And as we breathe into the body in this way, it does require a certain amount of attention and focus. And with that focus, you may also experience a lot of space, a lot of room. And there may be times when you're holding at the top of the inhale or as you reach the bottom of your exhale that you can rest in that room, in that space that has been created by focusing the mind. And in that space, there's rest, there's nourishment, there's rejuvenation. And all of that you can then breathe in on your next inhale and allow all of that to fill your body and help to facilitate the smoothing out or the decompression of any of the places that need it. And as you're ready, you can bring your hands together and we'll rub our hands together, doing an abbreviated self-massage, just generating some warmth in the palms, and then a nice deep breath in and out. Rubbing the palms together again, maybe massaging the back of one hand with the other, switching sides, and then massaging the face. Up and out or up and down. And then from here, bringing the fingertips over the scalp, front to back or back and forth. And as you're ready, down the back of the neck and around. Bringing the palms together, pressing the thumbs into the sternum as you slowly draw the hands down over the chest. And then you can bring both palms over the lower ribs, massaging the lower ribs and onto the abdomen, the belly. Maybe one hand comes up over the chest and the other over the belly, and you can switch which hand is on top if you'd like. And then the hands can move around the waist to the area of the lower back and the kidneys. And drawing the hands out, shake them out. Rubbing the palms together one more time for now. Tucking the thumbs back into the fingers, hands resting back on the thighs, and again, bringing awareness to the body and the alignment of the body. Breathing into the whole body with the breath. And allowing this process of the movement of the breath and the filling of the body with the breath, which helps to refine our alignment, just allowing that to be the focus of the mind for just now. Maybe taking a moment to notice also how that feels. Noticing the medicine that is being made and being distributed by this simple practice. Maybe making a note to yourself that this is something that can be done anytime, anywhere, for free. And then whenever you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. All right, great. So the plan for today is we're going to do the whole form of Yi Jin Jing. We completed all of the movements last week, and so we're going to do all the movements this week, and we'll do them full repetitions. So typically for most of the movements, we're doing these 3 medium breaths, kind of the warm-up, and then we're doing 9 powerful breaths, and then we do 3 breaths just as a kind of relaxation, integration at the end of the movements. There are some movements where we might go right into the powerful breath without doing the medium breath. There are some movements where we're not necessarily doing too much of a powerful breath. You know, we're just kind of breathing nice and easy as we move through. So you know, we'll just go through that. I'll call them out as we do it, and we'll be able to follow along. So, yeah, so before we get into it, are there any questions about any of the movements or the form at all or anything? Okay. Okay, good. And then I did just want to remind people, this diagram, I guess, the blue line diagram, you know, which what it signifies is here is where we're, you know, this is slack, so where we might just not be conscious of anything, of whatever's going on. And so what we want to do is we want to come to the blue line, and that's like bringing awareness to the 3 treasures, you know, just kind of like taking the slack out, so to speak. And then from there, you know, we introduce a little bit of intention, and so whether that's the medium breath or the powerful breath, that's what puts us into this working zone, into the box. And, you know, over here, this is very subtle. So for instance, when we're doing like the powerful breathing, we might do 10% or 20 or 30% of like full force. Whereas over here, we're looking at maybe, you know, 70, 80, 90, 100% of full force. And so anywhere in here is fine. And you have, you know, we'll be doing 9 repetitions. So there's an opportunity to explore this whole zone. I would recommend, it's generally a good idea to hang out here, and over time, you know, as you move through the 9 movements, you might find yourself just automatically, naturally, kind of spontaneously moving more into where there's a little more effort, but it feels, it's like you're not doing it, it's just happening through you because your body's ready for it. Over here is where we're overloaded, you know, where we're doing something that doesn't feel good. Like it hurts in a bad way, or, you know, it feels like a strain, it feels like too much. And so if you're feeling that way, you can back off, you know, even if that means if doing 9 repetitions puts you over here. You can take a break whenever you need to. You can do it a lot easier. You can, you know, you can go right into that relaxing breathing that we do at the end of the movements. That's okay. You know, take care of yourself within that. So I think that's just one thing I wanted to say before we get started, and yeah, to just take care of yourself. The other thing that I would also reinforce, we've talked about this already, but you know, when we're doing the movements, whether we're pushing with the back of the hands like we do in the beginning, or we're pushing up, or we're pushing the mountain, you know, anything like that, we're really thinking about keeping the elbows low and working from underneath our arms, like from our backs. Like that's where this effort is coming from. We're not, you know, pushing with our necks and shoulders trying to do anything. It's more of like underneath, where we have these big muscles that are designed to move our arms, as opposed to these small muscles that are really just designed to help us breathe. Like we don't want to recruit those to move these big limbs. And so again, just kind of maintaining an awareness of that. I find it can be helpful to really think about focusing on the heels of your hands when you're pushing, whether you're pushing forward or whether you're pushing up. I find up especially, you know, it's not like you're pushing with the balls of your hands or your fingers, which might bring you more up in here. It's more from the heels. It's like you're getting under something, and the elbows are helping to move, and then we stay in our backs, in our lats, and that's, we can activate these big muscles. Those are really good muscles to have activated and be working for us, for posture, for pain relief, especially if there's any kind of neck and shoulder stuff. So I think other than that, there's not really any major points I wanted to make. So just checking in one last time before we begin. If there's anything that we need to check in about. Okay, so then let's get to it. This will be fun. All right. A little bit further. And thank you all for being here. Okay, great. And, those of you here in the room, those of you on Zoom, if there's anything that's unclear, feel free to unmute yourself via Zoom or while you're here and speak up, ask the question. It's totally fine. We have time. So let's start. We'll have our feet not too close together. We're just going to kind of get warmed up here. So, find a comfortable stance. Take a moment to just settle in. If you'd like to lift your toes off the ground, let your knees unlock. Find the hard parts of the bottom of your feet, and especially the outside edges. So spreading the feet apart to really root into the outside edges of the feet and finding some stability in the legs. Like, this is something that is a good idea to feel now, because throughout this whole form, this is something that we're going to be doing. Spreading the feet, creating a strong rooted connection to the ground, creating an anchor for our lower body that's stable but not stiff, so it's stable but it's flexible, and it allows all of this stuff that's happening up here to happen easily, and not be all willy-nilly and not potentially compromise our hips or our lower back or our knees or our ankles. So lifting the toes, 3 points of contact on the bottom of the feet, a gentle spread, like you're spreading the floor apart, unlocking the knees, and feeling that. And if you're efforting through your legs, if it feels like it's a strain, see if you can back it off to where it's almost no effort at all. And I find as I move up my body, breathing into the backside of my rib cage and in between my armpits and my hip bones, lifting the back of my head away from my sacrum and my heels, I find this kind of upward lifting and spreading that's happening in my upper body helps my feet to root in to the ground, and I need less effort. It's like when we press down, it helps us to rise up. As we lift ourselves up, it helps us to root down. This is the experience of yin and yang. We can feel it in our bodies. We can get to know it. And then we get to know it that much better when it shows up outside of our bodies. And we have that lived experience that yin and yang are the same. They're complementary. They exist in everything. So let's do 3 amplifications and discharges. On your next inhale, let's inhale, maybe making fists with the hands, fists with the feet, drawing everything in towards the center, engaging the musculature on the inhale, and then exhale, let it go. 2 more. Hold it, charge it up, and then release. On this 3rd one, on the exhale, we can just bend our knees a little more. So inhaling, amplify, feel everything, engage and turn on, and then exhale. And you can kind of bounce deeply in your knees. You don't have to bring your heels off the ground, but just let your knees bend, let your arms just be loose right now. So it's like they're just like 2 2 ropes hanging off of the arms, out of the shoulders. If you'd like, you might twist a little bit. But again, we're not really working our arm muscles too much. We're more just working our leg muscles, bouncing up and down. Feel free to do audible exhales. Feel free to blither. We're warming ourselves up. We're getting the blood pumping. And then as you feel ready, then you might bring a little bit more work into the arms, and so the arms can kind of come up and down. And you can send them out to your sides if you want, or out in front, or overhead, or behind you. Like just, you can be spontaneous with this. You can do your thing in whatever way that feels good. It can be subtle. It can be big. I sometimes like to just bend my arms at the elbows and let my hands kind of flop around. And, you know, when I feel my hands flopping around, it makes it easier for me to feel or to imagine that I feel my organs kind of bouncing around inside of my body. And even some of the tissue that helps to hold those organs in place that sometimes holds a lot of tension, hidden tension, that can definitely impact organ function. And so just feeling that bouncing and shaking and loosening and softening, or maybe it doesn't soften and loosen, but you might become aware of it and just notice it and then see what happens when that happens. And just this practice of just shaking and bouncing and blithering and audibly exhaling is a very good thing to do, at least once a day. Especially if you are scrolling through the news on your phone or online or through print media or however you receive it. When you're done, shake a little bit. Or when you feel anything, good, bad, or otherwise, shake a little bit. This is medicine for the nervous system, for the muscular, skeletal system, for the circulatory system, the lymphatic system, the organ system, all the systems. And then as you're ready, in your own way, you can kind of let that wind down. If you want to kick your legs out, that can be nice after some of that. And then returning to our standing posture. Checking in, lifting the toes, unlocking the knees, breathing into the sides and the back of our rib cage. Thinking about lifting the back and the top of the head, lifting it up so that the chin slightly tucks, the neck gets long, these big, strong neck muscles start to engage, and we're reaching the back of the head away from our sacrum, away from the heels, which allows us to root down through the heels, which then gives us more ability to lift up through the back and the top of the head. And as we root down and lift up, we might feel the shoulders spread, the diaphragm stretch, and breathe into that stretch, breathe into that space and find more space. And then we'll begin our practice, Yi Jin Jing. And when I'm facing you, I'll mirror you. And when I'm facing away from you, I'll move the same way that you do. So let's begin, you can inhale the arms out, palms facing down. And then exhale, turn the palms up. Inhale up. Palms together, stretch. And then exhale, the hands can come down to the heart. And take a few moments here, just feeling the hands against the chest, close to the heart. The gaze down towards the fingertips. The hands, the head, and the heart, all in close proximity. And just acknowledging the beginning of this practice that we're doing together, this space that we're establishing together. Maybe even taking a moment reflecting on why it is that we practice. Practicing for our own health and well-being, so that we can then support the health and well-being of others, of other people, of the more than human world. And then you can inhale the hands up. Exhale the hands out and around. Step the feet closer together, coming into Diamond Mudra. So this is where we begin each movement. This is where we end each movement. This is our home base. This is our place of rest, integration, refuge. And we're not slack here. We're still at the blue line. We're still intentional. We're still aligned and aware of our alignment, and we're breathing, and we're aware of our breathing, and our mind is noticing things and focused on things, and we're aware of what we're noticing and what we're focused on. The first movement is stretching forward. So we can inhale, left heel up. Exhale, step out. Inhale the hands up into Wuji posture, horse stance. And here we're moving the knees away from each other, settling into the outside edges of our arm. Our elbows are like holding elevator doors apart, reaching through the back and the top of the head. And let's do some medium breathing. So we can inhale, fill the sides and the back of your rib cage, hold at the top of the inhale, feel the stretch and the fullness. And then exhale, feel the breath. Move out the arms, out the legs, out the top of the head, out the base of the spine. Again, inhaling, stretch, exhale. Feel the wave, the breath energy wave moving through the body. Inhale. Exhale. Powerful breathing now. Inhale, the hands move in towards the chest. Elbows drop. And then exhale as you push. Maybe 20, 30%. Inhale. Out. Take your time. The knees bend a little on the exhale. 4, 5, 6. Take your time. Maybe 50%. 8. One more. The hands can float back in. The elbows can hang lower, hands about in front of the heart. Natural breathing. We're still rooted into the outside edges of the feet, knees still moving away from each other. Palms come together. Inhale up. Exhale, feet together, hands in diamond mudra. Breathe. And again, even here, you can lift your toes off the ground. You can find your 3 points of contact, let your knees unlock. Lifting through the back and the top of the head so that you can feel the length in the back of the neck and breathe in between the shoulder blades behind the heart. Inhale the left heel up, exhale out. Next movement, stretching to the side, so the hands can float up, and then we can let them extend out to the sides, palms facing forward, maybe even slightly up. And if your shoulders are up, see if you can relax them. If you need to bend your elbows more, you can. If you want to angle your hands more towards the ground, like at 45-degree angles, like you're reaching through your fingertips towards the ground, you can do that. So we'll inhale here, medium breathing. Inhale into the sides of the rib cage. As you exhale, feel the breath energy. Move out the arms, down through the legs, out the top of the head. 2 more breaths. Inhaling. Wide inhale and then exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Reaching through the back of the head, keeping the back of the neck long. Powerful breathing. Inhale. From the fingertips, exhale out the fingertips. Inhale. From the wrists, exhale. Reach. Inhale. From the elbows, exhale. Inhale. From the shoulder joints, exhale. Inhale. From the inside of the shoulder blades, exhale. Inhale. From your spine, exhale. 3 more breaths like that. In. Exhale, reach. Spread the floor apart. Inhale. Out. Reaching through the back and the top of the head. 1 more. And then you can relax. The hands can come around, elbows can rest, and just breathe. And don't collapse forward. Keep yourself tall. Keep lifting through the back and the top of the head. Spread through the collarbones. Nourish yourself with the breath. That's a challenging thing to do, what we just did. So just let yourself rest. Receive the benefit of the challenge. I just read something that was really amazing. You know, they have those biospheres that exist, like the domes where people live in a controlled environment. And on the inside, the trees that are growing in there, they have to be supported by wires. Why? Because there's no wind. It's the wind, it's the resistance that allows the trees to become strong, which I think is just so right. A little bit of challenge, a little bit of effort, a little bit of something pushing against us actually actually supports our optimal functioning. So being a little bit hungry at times, being a little bit cold or a little bit warm, doing some physical activities that are a little challenging, that actually is what we're designed for. Palms together. Inhaling up. Exhaling, feet together. Three points of contact on the bottom of the feet, soft knees, breathing wide in the back of the rib cage, lifting through the top and the back of the head, rising into the sky, rooting into the earth, expanding wide into the biofield. Next movement, stretching up. So we can inhale, left heel up. Exhale, stepping out. The hands can float up. Palms turn to face up, and we can press. Elbows remain unlocked. You can look up through your hands, or you can look forward, lengthening the back of your neck. And inhale into the sides of the rib cage, in between the armpit and the hip bones. As you exhale, feel the breath energy move through the arms and down through the legs. Feel yourself getting stronger as you breathe. The breath is qi, carrying qi and blood to all of your cells, so that your cells can create energy. Powerful breath now. Inhale, hands come down, knees can bend slightly, pressing through the heels of the hand. Exhale. In. Out. Again. That's 3. 4. Take your time. No need to over-effort. 6. 7. Pressing through the heels of your hands, getting underneath it. 8. One more. Lift something heavy. And then relax. Natural breathing. Feel in your body where these movements are working you. Breathe into those areas of your body. Maintain the gentle spread of the floor in between your feet. Maintain the lift through the back and the top of your head. Palms together. Inhale up. Exhale. Rest. And again, not going slack, but resting. I'll face the same direction this time. Next movement. Separating heaven and earth. Inhaling the left heel up. Exhaling out. Nice and slow. Opening movement. The left hand makes a big circle. The palm turns up as it comes close to the body. And then the right hand floats out Bring awareness back to the left hand. The left palm stays up. The pinky edge brings us up overhead, and the right hand is palm down, the base of the spine. Medium breathing. Inhale into the sides of the rib cage, especially the left rib cage. And then exhale, strong, out the arms, out the legs. 2 more. In and out. 1 more. And out. Now go easy. Inhale, powerful breath. Exhale, press. Again, in, out. In, out. Take your time. That's 6. 3 more. Last one. And then rest. The top hand can just rest on the head. The bottom hand can rest in the lower back. Breathe natural. Lengthening through the back of the head still. Long back neck. Gently spreading the floor apart in between your feet. Transition. Inhale the bottom hand up. Exhale both hands down. Take a couple breaths here. Just rest. Other side. Right hand makes a big circle. Nice and slow. The palm comes up. And as it comes close to the body, the left hand floats out. And then bring awareness to your right hand. The palm stays up. Comes up overhead. Left palm faces the ground. Medium breathing. Breathe into the right side body especially. Inhale. Exhale, feel the breath energy move out of the arms and the legs, up and down through the spine. 2 more. One more. Powerful breathing. And, stay 20-30% of full effort. Inhale. Exhale. In, out. Take your time. Four, inhaling, exhale. Two more. Last one. And then rest. Top hand on the top of the head, bottom hand in the lower back, just breathing natural. Keep the back of the neck long, rooted in the outside edges of the feet. Inhale the bottom hand up, palms together, hands to the heart. Inhale up. Exhale. And rest. That's about as hard as it gets. And so we're done. with the hard part. That hard part. Which is, I think, the most hard part. But as you're standing here, feel the effects of that. Feel where you feel worked, where the muscles feel a little stretched, a little stronger. Feel the pumping and the coursing of the blood through your whole body. Bring your awareness into every cell of your body. Every cell in your body has a brain. And, some people think that the brain is the seat of consciousness. So the seat of consciousness is in every cell of your body. Breathe into every cell. Breathe with every cell. Receive the nourishment and the medicine that you are tapping into, that you are generating. Sinew Transformation Classic. That's the name of this form. Next movement, pulling the bull's tail. Inhale the left heel up. Exhale, stepping out. I'll mirror you. So we'll turn to the left, the hands come up, we're on the left toes. And then exhale onto the left heel. Inhale, grab the tail. Exhale. This left hand circles up, and then we come across and find our posture. So palms facing forward and down, spreading the floor apart in between our feet. That spreading helps us to lift up, and medium breathing. Breathe wide into your rib cage. Exhale. Feel the energy. Spread the floor apart through your feet. Send it out your arms. Inhale. Exhale. One more. In. Out. Powerful breathing, which isn't too powerful for this. Inhale, the bottom hand reaches up. Grab the tail. Exhale. Inhale. Back heel comes up. Exhale. Front toes come up. Inhale. And out. 3. 4. Use your imagination. Grabbing onto something big and heavy, pull it. 6. 7. 8. Last one. Hands circle up and then back to our starting posture. Relax. Feel the pumping of the blood. Allow yourself to be nourished by this. And then step back to center, face forward. Other side. Turn to the right, the hands come up, onto the right toes. Exhale onto the left heel. Inhale, grab hold. Exhale, pull. Right hand circles up, and we come into our posture. Spreading the floor apart. Weight is 50-50. Palms pressing down, pressing forward. Inhale into the sides of the rib cage. Breathe wide. Exhale, spread the floor apart. Send the energy out your palms. 2 more. Feel yourself getting stronger. Full of chi, full of breath, full of the universe. natural breathing now. Inhale, bottom hand sweeps up. Grab hold, exhale. Toes come up. Inhale, back heel comes up. Exhale, front toes come up. Pulling the bull's tail, or like grab a rope, pull a boat, pull something. I'm gonna call that 4. Taking your time. 6. 1 more. Right hand circles and we return. Natural breathing. Nourish yourself. Step back to face forward, palms together. Inhale the palms up. Exhale, step the feet together. Rest. Toes lifted, 3 points of contact on the feet. Soft knees. Breathing in the back side of the rib cage behind the heart. Lifting through the back and the top of the head. Long back of the neck. Chin slightly tucked. Extending up into the sky, rooted down in the earth, opening wide to the universe, the world, life. We are the filament between heaven and earth. So being engaged, activating piezoelectricity, becoming light. Next movement, pushing the mountain. Inhale, left heel up. Exhale, stepping out. We go right into the powerful breath here. So inhale to about the level of the heart. Palms face away, elbows drop. Exhale. Palms together. Inhale. Exhale naturally. And again, in, out. In, out. Inhale. Exhale. 3. 4. Take your time. 5. Inhale. Before you exhale, get set. 6. Calling this one 6. 3 more. Inhale, if you want more power, sink. 2 more, and not leaning too far forward. Nice and tall. Last one. Hands can come down. And just rest it out. Breathe into every cell of your body. Maybe hold a little at the top of the inhale and exhale. Maybe hold a little at the bottom of the exhale. Palms together. Inhale up. Exhale, stepping the feet together. Resting. All this wind making strong trees. Next movement, drawing the sword. Inhaling the left heel up. Exhale. Left hand, big circle, nice and slow. Palm turns up. Right hand floats out. Come back to the left hand, palm up. And then bring the upper hand to the back of the neck. Lower hand to the back of the body. Medium breathing as you inhale. Breathe into the left side of the rib cage. Reach through that left elbow. And exhale. 2 more. Feel the breath make you strong. 1 more. Drawing the sword, powerful breath. Inhale. Exhale. In. Out. Again. Like you're pulling a rope in between your arms. 4. 5. 6. Spread the floor apart. 7. 2 more. Last one. Relax. Hand to the top of the head. Lower hand to the lower back. Transition. Inhale the lower hand up. Exhale both hands down. Take a moment. Remember, why are we doing this? It's hard. Why? Because we're helping to optimize our body, our mind, and we're doing that for ourselves so that we can be of benefit to the rest of the world. If you don't want to do it for yourself, do it for everyone else. Right hand circles out, palm up. Left hand floats out, and the right palm stays up as it comes up. Upper hand to the back of the neck, bottom hand to the back of the body. Inhale, medium breath. Lengthen through your right elbow. Exhaling strong through the arms and the legs. Lengthening through the back of the neck. Inhale. 1 more. Drawing the sword, powerful breath. Inhale. Exhale. In. Out. Just stay in your comfort zone. Inhale. If it's up here, that's fine. Exhale. 4. 5. 6. 7. 2 more. Last one. Rest. Inhale the bottom hand up, palms together. Exhale. Breathe here for a few breaths. Maybe feel the beating of your heart in your fingertips. Feeling the heat in your cheeks. Lift through the back and the top of your head, along back of your neck. Collarbones are lifted and spreading wide. We're resting and we're strong. Inhale up. Exhale, step the feet together. There's only one effortful movement left. The rest are pretty mellow. So good job. This next movement is not an effortful movement. Dynamic horse stance. Inhale the left heel up. Exhale, step wide. Right into it. Inhale, palms up. And then exhale, open about waist high with your hands. Inhale. Again. Again. This time, go down a little bit lower, maybe thigh high. 2 more like that. Spreading the knees apart, pressing through the heels as you come up. Inhale. Maybe knee high or a little lower. Spread the knees apart. Spine is nice and tall. Press through your heels, lifting through the palms. 2 more. One more. Inhale. And then relax into static horse stance. Hands can be head level, heart level, belly level. Lifting the toes. Spreading the floor apart, rooting into the outside edges of the feet. Knees holding elevator doors open, lifting through the back and the top of the head, reaching the back of the head away from the sacrum, away from the heels. Breathe. And then the palms together. Inhale the hands up. Exhale. Resting. Feel your body. Acknowledge how much work your body is doing and how well it's doing it. We are designed to move, to breathe, to effort, to be challenged. This is what we're made for. All these things that are happening in the world that seem terrible and overwhelming, this is what we're made for. We're showing up right now in our body, in every cell. Every cell that holds the whole history of history. All of evolutionary development exists in each one of our DNA, in each one of our cells. All the potential for everywhere we're going to go and how we can expand and continue to grow and develop exists already in our DNA. We can handle this. We just need to show up, which is what we're doing right now. So thank you. Next movement, gently twisting the spine. Emphasis on gently. Lifting the left heel, stepping out. Left hand, big circle, palm up. Right hand floats out. Return to the left hand, left palm stays up. And the upper hand comes to the side of the face over the ear, gently. Lower hand resting in the lower back, and we'll go right into it. Gentle, easy breath. Inhale, lead with your left elbow. Turn towards the right, feel the twist in your spine. Exhale. Just like that, 8 more times. Inhale. Exhale. We're holding at the top of the inhale. Inhale. Hold, feel the stretch, feel the spine wringing itself out. Exhale. Again. Slowly, gently. Inhale. Exhale. Calling that one 6. 3 more. Spread the floor apart with your feet. Inhale. One more. Relax. Your hand can just rest on the top of your head. Inhale the bottom of the hand up. Exhale. Other side. Right arm circles out. Palm up. Left hand floats out. And then the right palm stays up as it comes up. And then rests over the left ear. Left hand resting in the lower back. Right into it. Inhale, leading with the elbow. No need to over twist. Hold and exhale. In, hold, feel the stretch. Exhale. As we twist, we're squeezing energy up into our heads, down into our kidneys. Inhaling. Exhale. 6 more. Lead with the elbow. Reaching through the back and the top of the head, long back neck. Inhale and hold. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale, hold, exhale. In, out. 1 more. Inhale, exhale. Hand can relax on the top of your head, just breathe natural. Inhale, the bottom hand up, palms together. Exhale. Resting for a breath or 2. Inhale the hands up. Exhale. Feet together, hands in diamond mudra. is a form from the Shaolin temple. The Shaolin monks are known as powerful warriors. It's not so much an external battle as it is an internal battle. And is it even a battle? Next movement, the tiger pounces on its prey. Left heel up, step out. I'll mirror you, turning towards the left. Inhale, we're on the left toes. Exhale onto the left heel. Inhale, rock back, the hands circle back and up. And then exhale, pounce. And so we're 50-50. If you need to adjust your stance a little wider, you can do that. We're not on a balance beam. The hips are even. We're standing on train tracks. Medium breath. We inhale, lifting up through the top of the head, spreading the feet apart, rooting into the front heel and the back toes. Exhale. Feel the energy move through the arms and the legs. 2 more. In. Exhale. Yeah, if you feel a lack of balance, spread the floor apart. Inhale. Exhale. Powerful breathing. Now we inhale, press the feet apart. Exhale, keep pressing the feet apart. It's the back knee that bends, not so much the front knee. And then inhale. Exhale. Back knee bends, press through your front heel. Inhale, front heel. Exhale. In. Out. Spread the floor apart. Inhale. Exhale. In. Calling this one 6. In. 7. In. 8. The last one. Inhale. Inhale yourself up and rest. Keep spreading the floor apart. Really strong in that front heel. You should be able to lift your front toes off the ground. Strong through the front heel. Feel your butt. Feel your hamstring. That's where this is working. And then we'll turn to face center. This is the last hard one. Turning to the right, inhale up on the right toes. Exhale onto the right heel. Hands come up. Inhale, rock back. Arms up and over, and then exhale, pounce. And take a moment. Make sure you're not on a balance beam, you're on train tracks. Think about pushing your feet apart. Really press through that front heel. If you need to lift your toes off the ground, do that so you can root into the front heel. Feel the balls of your back foot press into the ground. Spread. Allow that to give you stability here. And as you inhale, breathe into the back of the rib cage. Lift through the back of the head. Exhale. Spread the floor apart. Reach through your arms, through your hands. Inhale. Exhale, medium breathing. 1 more. Exhale. Powerful breath. Just go as low as is comfortable. Inhale. Exhale, it's the back knee that bends. Press through your front heel and then inhale up. Out. In. Out. You can keep those front toes lifted so you stay in the front heel. Spread the floor floor apart, lifting through the back of the head. And then turn to face forward. Bring your palms together. Inhale up. Exhale. That was the last of the hard ones. Breathing nourishment. Breathing congratulations, like you did a lot of hard stuff, challenging things, physically and mentally. Transformation doesn't happen without wind. Trees don't stand up on their own without wind. Life doesn't happen without wind. Next movement, banging the heavenly drum, inhaling the heel up and then exhaling, stepping out. And just for those of you who didn't see it last week, we'll inhale the hands up the front, over the top of the head, and bring the hands to rest over your ears. Fingers rest on the base of the skull. Banging the heavenly drum, we take our index fingers onto the middle fingers, press with your hands against your ears, and then pull your index fingers down, and it sounds like you're banging a drum. So, let's start again. Hands down. Inhale up. And easy breathing as the hands come over the back of the head. Palms over the ears, fingers resting on the back of the skull. Lift through your elbows and look up about 45 degrees so your fingers will land at the base of the skull. 9 times, bang the drum. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Point the elbows down towards the earth, about 45 degrees, stretching the back of the neck, chin slightly tucked, 9 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then looking straight ahead, 9 more times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hands come over the head and down to the level of the heart and relax. Palms together. Inhale up. Exhale, feet together. Last movement. After we rest, inhaling the left heel up, stepping out, the hands come on either side of the waist, wagging the tail. I'll mirror you, beginning with the left hand. It comes out in front, opens, palm up, overhead, sweeping down. And as it comes in, the other hand floats out and around, looking at the sky, looking at the earth, and back. Again, wagging the tail, dancing with the 10,000 things. Nice and easy. Feel the weight shift Feel how the heels may be coming up as you move. Just allow this to be flexible and fluid, soft and easy. Looking at all of life, looking at the heavens, at the earth, feeling the fluid movement, the ease, the joy. Calling this one 6. And 6. 7. 7. 8. Last one, slowing it down. Hands coming in, resting. Palms together. Inhale up. Exhale, feet together. The last movement is the closing. So let's inhale the left heel up. Exhale out. Inhale, draw energy up from the earth. Exhale, turn the palms up. Inhale, gather energy from the sky. And then exhale, direct all of that energy of heaven and earth down through the upper dantian, the middle dantian, the lower dantian. And 2 more, like that. Inhale, draw it up. Exhale, scoop it up and bring it to the sky. Inhale, mix all the universal chi together, and then exhale, drawing it through the body. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. In and out. As the hands come over the lower dantian, you can rest them over the lower dantian. Breathing with every cell of your body. Breathing the universe into yourself. Breathing yourself back out into the universe. World peace begins with inner peace. Healing the world begins by healing ourselves. Stability, calmness, emptiness, and illumination in everyone and everywhere begins with stability, calmness, emptiness, and illumination within ourselves. Do your duty. You owe it to the universe for this gift of existence to cultivate stability, calmness, emptiness, illumination for yourself and for everything else. So thank you for doing your duty. Thank you for your practice. We can bring our hands together. Rubbing the palms together. Massaging the face up and down a couple times. Back and forth over the top of the head a couple times. Down the back of the neck and around, over the chest, lower ribs and belly, around the waist to the lower back. Draw the hands out. Shake it out. Patting up one arm and down. Up the other arm and down. And then around and down the back of the legs, up the front, and around and down. Back up. A little shake, maybe a little bounce. And then let's do 3 contented sighs of relief. Big breath in. Ah. 2 more. Ah. Ah. Yeah. So practice this form every day for a couple weeks and see how much transforms. You can do 9 movements of powerful breaths. You can do 3 movements of powerful breaths. You can do 5 movements of powerful breaths. 7 movements. Play with it. Practice it. It's one of the classic forms of Qigong that has existed for a long time. It's well known, it's well practiced, because it's effective at what it does. Yeah. Any questions? Okay. Well, let me know if you'd like a recording of this video, and we'll probably practice the form at least one more time. And I hope that you have a wonderful week. Enjoy the good weather. We're stretched and toned, ready to get out and get at it. Did someone have a question out there? No? Okay. Well, great. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for practicing. Have a great rest of your day, a great week. We'll see you next time.